Hi friends, this is Sarah. Welcome to Crafting and Relaxing. Thank you so very much for joining me. This is my weekly updates video. There isn't a tutorial here, it's an update on projects. If you're looking for something specific, this might not be the video for you, but I share lots of tips and tricks and just random things. You'll probably find some inspiration in these videos because I start a lot of things and I actually finish some too. One of the things that I've been working on is Beth from Bourbon Creek Crafts has a hashtag Use It Up 2020 challenge. And I've really been looking around my room and saying, okay, I am tired of moving this sticker sheet around. It was cute. It has a lot of blue and some sentiments that were really cute. But you know, if you move the same stuff around your room too much, it becomes clutter and doesn't bring you joy. So I committed to using these stickers up, and I really like how they're turning out on my tags and cards. So if you have a sheet of stickers or a package of bling, this one is also kind of my nemesis. They're vellum gold. I don't love how the vellum works on things. I usually lean more towards silver, and the font is a little, I don't know. I don't love it, but this will probably be one of my next. So I've really been looking at things and identifying an item or two. Maybe I shared in January, but other than that, I forget to tell you. It's a really great time to do that in your craft room too. So you might want to try that out. Kelly sent me Happy Mail. If you recall, she sent me that amazing Shine Blue book, and these were in it. Look at these. They are just the most adorable scale for cards. I think they're going to glue down perfectly and they're not too thick. Kelly, I would love to know how you purchased these. Were they on a seam binding roll? If there's a link or you can leave me a comment, I would love it. Links very often go to spam, but I'll find you and get you back out of there if you give me a link. I think these are darling, and I bet I would use more. I'm really looking around my craft room and going through the Happy Mail and pocket letters and amazing things. Susie and Kelly and Crystal and Emily have all sent me some really neat stuff, and I'm putting them all together. That's what you see here. Oh, and a bunch of butterflies from Andrea. On one of my videos, I said that I needed some smaller butterflies, and so she went through her, I think these are Tim Holtz, and cut me a bunch of really fun butterflies. So I'm having a good time with those. And I will tell you, it's ridiculous to admit, and I don't mean to be an enabler, but I bought the butterfly punch that Crystal made all of those beautiful butterflies with and sent to me. I couldn't take it. They're just these cute little ones. They fit on everything. I mean, there's going to be some labor. Don't get me wrong. I loved that she cut them all and layered them up and had the cute staples. Oh, this one's glued, and sent them to me. But I was super inspired, and I thought, well, it's a $16 splurge. If I like the punch and it works well, I'll be sure and add that link to my Amazon store so you can purchase there. And if you follow the link in my description and buy something in my store, it doesn't cost you any more. I think it just gives me a few pennies. I don't know. I haven't gotten any pennies yet, but I think it could happen. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, this is another great example of Use It Up 2020. About 100 years ago, I purchased these, and they are maybe balsa wood, something super fine. They're beautiful. And they were like in a package like this, like a whole stack of them. And I'm 99% sure I bought them at Impress, which is a store in Washington State, because they were such a specialty item. I'm guessing there. I don't think it was Stampin' Up. I'm pretty sure it was Impress. If you go to an Impress store, they're targeted to card makers. So they take fun little items like this or tags or whatever and put them in little packages. So that's why I think it was them. You know, on my channel, I've talked about in my local friends group, we will die cut anything. Andrea and I will put anything in a die cut machine. So far, everything has come out the other side. We die cut paint skins, paint smushes on packaging, paper, fabric on that's been sticker backed, and wood. So I thought these turned out adorable. I have a tag down here. I know, some of you are like, I can't watch her. She's too messy. That's okay. Look how cute that star is. Love those. I believe I have put some of these in Happy Mail over time. So You might have some in your stash. I'm not sure. They were sort of I don't know what to do with these, but I'm going to share them and maybe people will love them. And here I just cut like a fishtail flag background, and it even tried to take the slightly embossed edge on it. It couldn't quite do it. Oh, the other thing I'm really trying to conquer is these. I bought these from Stampin' Up! 100 years ago, and somebody left me a comment too that she sold hers in a garage sale. Making me crazy. I want to show you something that Crystal did in her pocket letter that hadn't occurred to me at all. In this case, it was a doily. See it here? And then if you turn the page, she wrapped it around the pocket when she assembled it. I always think of a pocket letter as front and back, and I don't think I've done that at all. In fact, I know I have trimmed off some really cute doilies, and I don't throw the piece away. I use it somewhere else, but I just thought that was super cute, and it was like an aha, duh, why don't I do that? So you might want to try that. Super fun. If you have a really cute piece of scratch paper or ribbon or doilies, something that you want to wrap around the backside, you're decorating both at once. I need some coffee. I made a second pot of coffee today. If you're looking for inspiration, let me tell you all the ideas I have going. This, what you see before you, is technically no paper left behind. There isn't much paper left, but I have a bunch of cards cut still. So I laid out a bunch of fun to play with. That's what I'm supposed to be working on. I'm also thinking that today I might want to make some dyed. Emily sent me blue paper, right? And when I asked her about it in this cute little journal, she had made it. And I have some white doilies and other things that I've never used. So I really want to do that. And if you think about it, I mean, I could probably do that in what, a half an hour? And then it's going to need to dry for a long time anyway. So I want to dye some stuff. I was thinking about mixed media. If I wrap up No Paper Left Behind, I've got a half a month to goof off with. There's a cabinet in the garage that probably I'm going to in some way incorporate into my craft room. Technically, it's an upper kitchen cabinet, but you know, you never know where it could end up here. And I'm trying to decide if I want to take the cupboard door off or leave it on. Kind of messing with that. It is wood, but you know, there's a good chance I'll paint it and then people will leave me angry comments. So I have those as projects going. I was wondering if people would like to do a live where I make some scrap cards, maybe with paper, maybe with fabric, you decide. I think lives are tricky because I don't want it to be something where I sit here and dig for a half an hour for the perfect butterfly. If you'd be interested in a live doing that, let me know because I have a lot of fabric and paper scraps that I was thinking I'd like to do that with. The other thing we have going on around here, we are getting a new fence between Noni and I, and you guys have seen our cute little door where you open it up and we can pass stuff. So we don't have a solution for that, and Wilson's not going to have a place to put his nose through and spy on Noni, so we're a little sad, but we're going to save some of the fence boards. We'll put a bunch out, you know, with a free sign for other crafters too. Fence boards are great for if you have a Cricut or a Silhouette and you do vinyl projects or anything like that. Palettes, free palettes are good too. Noni and I stopped one time, pretty much did a Yui and picked up a palette. But we're going to save some of those fence boards for Andrea to paint pour on. I asked her and she already came up with a million cool ideas. Those will be really fun, and she has some yard art ideas involving the fence boards. So Mr. Crafting and Relaxing will be super excited that we're going to want to save and store some of those. He's a big fan of me storing stuff for many, many months and years. As Andrea says, we have to store things because we might need them and we don't want to throw them out until we know for sure if we need them. You might see some technology changes on my platforms, like changing in colors. Mr. Crafting and Relaxing is super techie and he's getting a little bored. So he was talking about something one day and I was like, well, my photos on my website or my YouTube channel and stuff don't match and are super outdated and don't have enough blue. And then they changed. So I'm still here. I'm still me. I think you'll probably see more blue and then random changes. I have one more thing I want to share with you. I was conducting an experiment. I think it was in updates that we talked about score tape and Artsy Ashley's idea for using this with your die cuts, especially sentiment and annoying, hard to hang on to. I'm thinking about buying a wider roll of this. Then Andrea was cleaning out her stash and she had these Sizzix permanent adhesive sheets. And she pretty much said, conduct a test and report back to her. Here's what I will tell you. They're super, super thin. So be careful. Here's one. Be careful before you start cutting or using them. They stick together and they have a little bit of sticky on the outside of the package. These came probably marketed with the Sidekick because they're the same size as the plate. I'll try and remember to find that video and link where I demonstrated this. But here's the trick about these and why I would recommend you go with Artsy Ashley's version of buying a wider one of this. Let me show you the difference. I don't want to mess up a brand new one, so just bear with me for a minute. Here we go. Here's a piece. And this should work and we can get it apart. When I was using these, I thought, I do not like these and I do not remember being so annoyed before. I find that they both stick beautifully to my card. So this one, you peel this layer off, so that's sticky. This one, I already have the sticky exposed because it was a one layer. Here's my finger. Sorry about the Band-Aid. The glue is still on the backing for the score tape. They say sequang all over it. I talked about that before. Still on there. This is the Sizzix one. You can see, can you see? It's already sticking to my thumbnail right there. It caught me on the edge. Now watch, I'm gonna do this just for you. Okay, there's the adhesive. There's my finger. See where the adhesive is? Yeah, see how it's that stretchy, gooey? This is like that tape runner nightmare that I don't like. So what happened to me a couple times in my project, I mean, I didn't take my whole finger and stick it in there when I was working, but I would get like a tiny little string or goober. This sucker, the tape, the adhesive stays on this backing. So I would not recommend that you purchase these. If you have them in your stash, by all means, use them. I will use these up. If and when I choose to order to do this with my die cuts, I will order this instead. The other thing that I have to tell you, honestly, oh, I did it again. I'll show you right now. That I keep doing is, yep, I admit it. I'm straight with you guys. So I was covered in adhesive and we're gonna have to edit that out. I cut out this thanks earlier. I have these sheets sitting right here. I have this roll. Oh, it might not have worked on the roll. Did I remember to put the adhesive on the back before I cut it? No. Now on the bright side, this one it has some chunky font to it. So it's not too hard to just take my art glitter glue and add it. But it is a shift in thinking that I haven't quite made. So what I find myself doing is grabbing my dies, cutting out my sentiment, and then going, oh, crud. I should have put that on the adhesive. Maybe you're smart and you'll figure it out the first time, but I do have to shift my thinking and think about adhesive before I cut it out. Thanks so much for watching and go out in your day and find some joy. Puzzles, movies, a million craft projects, get into the mixed media, do whatever makes you happy today. Because a lot of us, we're not out running errands yet anyway, so there's still a lot of free time in our lives. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.